Hey guys, how you doing? Happy Monday. Welcome to the Academy Answers podcast. Thanks for joining us and thanks for listening. And I hope when I come to you in the mornings, I can be a burst of inspiration, of energy, of positive vibe, and a source of value for you in your life. And we all know that sometimes some people need a sermon, some people need a paragraph, some people just need a word, some people just need a quote. And whatever it is that you pick from what I say to you, and however it change your life positively, then I would have served my purpose. I would have done my job. And that's what I come here to do. I come here to release my craft to the world, to deliver what the universe has called upon me, what God has ordained me to do. I didn't choose it, it chose me. When you feel something in your heart that's burning in you, that's your desire, that's your passion, it's an automatic indication that it is something that you are supposed to do. And there's no way by accident or by mere following someone I could have done over 500 episodes of a podcast and could have done 700 odd episodes of blog posts, 600 to 700 words for so long. For years I've been in this space, and not driving traffic to an ad, not running a funnel, not running a product, just doing this to help, to get together a community of people that I can serve. Naturally, I'm a business person. Naturally, there will be the monetization section, but that is never the goal. We do your purpose first, then a system, and then by creating that value, people will be willing to pay you for that. And when we collect much less than the value we are giving to people. So it is all in the name of service. When you get back less than you give, it is mainly a service. I'm not talking about in the way of your 9 to 5, because that's always, toss up, whether or not you're being paid more than you're delivering. I can't get into that. So this morning I want to talk about what is it that cause people to not to grow. And ultimately, if you're not growing, you're falling behind. And I'll show you how I fell behind without knowing that that's what happened. And years after it happened, I realized what the root of the problem is. And you know that there's this great saying that's so profound that says that when you fall, do not look where you fall, look where you slipped. When you hit the ground, do not focus on where you hit the ground, look where you slipped. Because sometimes we have slipped way up the road and we're just now hitting the ground. That thing that caused you to fall is not, most times, is not where you actually hit the ground. It is something that you have done further much earlier in your life, much earlier than at that point in time when you hit the ground, when all hell break loose. Because just like you don't succeed overnight, you don't fail overnight. You've been on a path that takes you there. A path take you to success, a path take you to failure. As Jim Rohn usually says, success is a combination of small habits accumulated over a period of time, and so is failure. Accumulation of small habits accumulated over time, it culminates into failure. It stacks. So I went in a period of my life where I lost pretty close to $7 million in just 2 years, and things were going right. I was doing the right things to make money, but I wasn't doing the right things to sustain my ability to make money. I'm just gonna say that again. I was doing the right things to make money, but I wasn't doing the right things to perpetuate that income stream. And because of that, one day I woke up, and when all hell break loose, when life take its turn, when the curveball come, when the winter seasons come, when business is at a different period of its life cycle, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared because I was not growing to become the person or doing things to become the person or having the business and the knowledge and skill sets that can sustain what I was doing. So it was short-lived. It lived 5-7 years, and then it went down into a, not even a steady decline, a drastic decline. And I told you this to tell you, or to demonstrate to you, that there are two types of challenges you can have in life. And here's the lesson. This is where the lesson is. And this is where I slipped. Not where I fall. I know where I fall. I fall when I was in debt to the tune of millions of dollars. I fall when I lost out on a big project who somebody was unscrupulous in this car sale stuff that we had going on between Canada and Africa. I lost in my business partner not being accountable and bringing me into something, me taking on a business with a partner without doing my due diligence. That's when I hit. And that business couldn't maintain its cash flow. That's when I hit the ground. But where I slipped was way back earlier, before I was making money, or during the early stages of making money. This is where I slipped, and I'll explain it this way. There are two types of challenges in life. There are the challenges that life brings to you. Regular challenges, external stuff that you didn't bring on yourself, that you don't have a lot of control over. Government taxes, changes in regulations, like they changed the regulations on me when I was making a killing from the used car industry, and we had a garage, an automotive garage, and what I was doing is I was importing crash cars. I was repairing them and I was selling them, and I was making good markup on that. And then one morning we wake up and the government say, okay, no, you no longer can bring these crash cars. Those are the challenges. For example, an example of a challenge that life brings to us. I was doing the cigars product that we're bringing out of India, and we were making a killing. I was almost a monopoly in this. One of the guy was bringing in this. I had the contact because I used to work with him. He dropped the contact. I picked up the contact that he dropped because he changed suppliers. I started to work with this guy, and only two of us was doing it in the market that we were doing it in. I was making a lot of money from that. One morning, the government wake up and change the regulation that, hey, we're going to put this on a different tariff code, and suddenly the duty become too astronomical for me to sell the product at a profit. I couldn't sell it. Had to stop. Challenges of life. I was navigating those challenges. Some of them I wasn't dealing with so well in terms of my personal life and shifts in business. I was going into depression and anxiety and all that stuff. And then those are challenges of life. I didn't have much choice, or some stuff that I did brought me to that point. And now it is entirely out of my control. For the most part. Then the second type of challenges are the challenges that you give yourself. The challenges that you give yourself in an effort to improve, to grow, to develop, and to go to another level in terms of your skill, your mindset, and your lifestyle. And where I slipped is that the only type of challenges I had in my life were the ones that life gave to me. And unless you have challenges that you give yourself, that's why you see so many 30-day, 21-day, 90-day challenges, all these challenges going around online, because life challenges are powerful and they are growth tools. It's the most fundamental of the growth tools. Challenging yourself, because it's not what you get from that challenge, it's who you have become from taking on that challenge. So if you go for 60 or 90 days max without challenging yourself, you are significantly doing less than is needed for you to sustain or to have a level of growth that is going to take you forward and keep you in the top percentile of the population in terms of social economics and self-development. Do not allow 60 or 90 days to pass, and when you do an audit, the only challenges you are up against are the ones that are being given to you by life. You have to have challenges that you are giving yourself, because challenges are growth tools. It is the most powerful and fundamental of all the growth tools. Unless you have a challenge that you have given yourself to improve, to grow, to move yourself forward. Because growth is so important, because that's the only position that is positive and only position that can give you more. There's no such thing as stability. Stability died in the Cold War. You either go forward, which is built on the premises of growth, or you go backward. So take an audit of your situation, take an audit of your life. And every week, if you want to be a top performer, a high achiever, which is the only thing that you should aspire to be, because nothing average win for long. Everything has to be excellence. Excellence is the only reliable bank. A commitment to excellence cannot, as I often say, that mastery cannot be denied. Mastery in any form cannot be denied. And I know that mastery in a negative sense is not going to lead you anywhere, and I wouldn't advise you to embark on anything negative in mastery, because you're going to end up at the bottom pretty soon. But even mastery in the negative areas cannot be denied. Someone who has mastered something will eventually come out of obscurity and hit massive eyeballs and build massive audience and attention. And audience and attention is the most scalable thing in this economic world. In this world, when it comes on to the economic aspect of the world, it cannot be denied. You're going to be known, and you can, if you know what to do, you can become rich from it too. So, unless you're, whatever challenges you take on, if you're not taking on a challenge and you look at your life and you're not get involved in a challenge in a 60 to 90 day period, you are falling and you're not going to grow. And you should be involved in something that's stretching you, that's challenging you, that's contributing to your growth. So as you look at the challenges of life, as you try to navigate all these challenges that life is giving you, know that your ability to manage the first set of challenges, which are the ones that life gives you, will be dependent and is in direct proportion to your ability to set yourself challenges and actually realize on them. So ensure that your life is not steeped only in challenges that lives bring to you, but challenges that you set for yourself to advance, to grow, to cope. Have a great day, my good friends. Always a pleasure.